I think being able to show some light on it, one of the greatest things of this review is we get to just let everybody see what's happening on the inside. And I think that's really important in terms of building trust in our elections. They are scrutinizing to such a level that they can make determinations like this. Like, of course, and I can assure you, the county wishes they'd just gotten it right the first time. I'm sure the candidates do as well. But we want to make sure that we do get it right. And so this gives a chance for them to try and make sure the record's corrected.
That's Secretary of State Phil McGrain talking about fixing an election error using a brand new Idaho law. After the November 7th election, while examining the election results, the Jerome County clerk found that two voters, a couple that lived in the same house, they were incorrectly given an absentee ballot for Jerome County, the Valley School District trustee in Zone 5 election. But even though they lived in Zone 5, the voters, well, they got the wrong ballots. And that's a problem because two votes could totally change the election, an election that came down to just one vote. So what do you do? Well, in this case, Idaho got to use a brand new law. McGrain helped create it, and he explains why the law was needed.
I was very active in getting this in place because we'd seen issues in the past where we wanted a court to look at our work and be able to review it, but there was no legal mechanism to do that other than someone contesting it. And so now this will actually be the first test of going before a judge, sharing all the information, allowing anybody who's been involved, so the candidates, any other interested party, to see what took place. And then I think likely in this case, we may be headed towards doing a new election.
And Secretary McGrain was correct. So a judicial review of the election led to a judge granting a redo. Very timely, too, because this past week, Eagle and Mountain Home, they had mayoral runoffs on December 5th. So the goal was to have the Jerome County rerun the same day, and they did get it done. So to recap this whole thing for you, I know this is a trustee election in Jerome County, maybe not something you follow closely. To recap, candidate Michael Lake received 48 votes, while Matthew Kimmel received 47 votes back in November. So all the voters needed to try again to decide who wins the seat. We do have the final result for you. Matthew Kimmel won with 53% of the vote, or 25 votes. Michael Lake, 47%. He got 22 votes. So moral of the story, every vote does count, and also mistakes can happen. Elections are human run, but system shows that mistakes are caught.